This is Daily Blast Live. We're talking about what you're talking about. Real, honest, entertaining, live. DBL starts right now.
Welcome to Daily Blast Live. It's Wednesday, October 16th. I'm here with Stephanie, Brandon, Erica. I'm Jeff. We're already having some fun.
Yeah, we are.
Let's dive right in.
It's a day to have fun.
Why is it such a good day to have fun?
Because
Brandon?
it's Brandon's birthday.
Oh, nice. All right. We're going to give you a little birthday send-off at the end of the show.
Thank you.
Let's dive right in right now, guys. Felicity Huffman has a pretty good in prison. Let's just call it Club Fed, or AKA Chateau Dublin, a little bubbling in Dublin. For breakfast.
Great.
Yeah, she does. She gets milk or fruit. Got it. Cereal or bread with jelly. Chicken sandwiches for lunch. That's nice. I like the menu there. And Salisbury steak or beans if she's a vegetarian for dinner. Daily activities include arts and crafts and weight loss programs. Ooh. There you go. She has to make her bed by 6:30 a.m. She only gets 3 pairs of underwear a week.
What?
So that means 6 total for her total time. And she gets to be strip searched before any visitors if the prison chooses. And finally, Felicity gets 1 roll of paper towel per week. Again, that's 2 rolls total for her total prison sentence.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sounds pretty good, huh?
I have a feeling she won't need both rolls.
What?
Why do you say that?
If I was in prison, I probably wouldn't need both rolls.
Beans and mashed potatoes and 3 pairs of drawers. I'm gonna need all the rolls I can get.
I feel like prison would constipate you.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You're right.
I mean, who
Not that
uses that
prison.
much toilet roll anyway? Like, are you guys being serious?
1 per week?
Yeah. What? What's going on in your house?
We're talking prison food. That's not the stuff you eat. That's what do you eat? That tea that you drink, and stuff like that. We're talking prison food. But honestly, I like when you went down that menu, it sounds like what we eat in that cafeteria here in our building here. I mean, I understand we're laughing about this.
What cafeteria are you going to?
You haven't been into the little
You mean the refrigerator that has like 3 sandwiches in
You mean
there?
where
has
they
an
place some snacks?
apple walnut turkey sandwich, and I guarantee she's eating that as well.
You've been eating out of that refrigerator?
Yeah, I had a tuna salad today.
Tuna salad?
Yeah,
well, listen, we keep saying like this is like Felicity Huffman has it so good.
Yeah.
We're the one who
Yeah.
built this prison. Our tax dollars paid for this prison. We should be making fun of the government, not Felicity Huffman, right?
Are you furious?
I'm
that she's in
furious.
this prison.
I'm furious that we paid for this.
But
we built this prison.
A lot of people, Jeff, are going to say, like, since she only did what she did, would you put her in San Quentin or would you put her in some sort of prison with hardened criminals?
No.
So you kind of have to have 2 different type of prisons for
Yeah, but I think
2
there's a
different
difference
crimes.
between 2 different types of prison and like going to do arts and crafts. I mean, I'm paying out of my own money and time to go do that tomorrow. she's not
It's a good
doing
point.
anything.
That's a
Good point.
And you have endless toilet paper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Jane the Virgin actress Gina Rodriguez is apologizing again after posting a video of her using the N-word from an old Fuji song. She said sorry in this video, but people on social media aren't buying it. She then posted this and says, quote, I thoughtlessly sang along to the lyrics of a favorite song, and even worse, I posted it. It is humiliating that this has to be a public lesson. I have some serious learning and growing up to do, and I am deeply sorry for the pain I have caused. So do we accept her apology at this time?
You know, I think this opens up an interesting conversation because I went to a class this morning, a workout class.
Was it a bar class, a yoga?
Yeah, it was like it was a moving class. And
Felicity Huffman's
yeah,
gym
it wasn't as nice as that. But every single song, it was like a hip hop song, and it had the N-word in some capacity. And I was the only black person in the entire building. There were 25 people in my class, and I just found it to be so odd. So when the story came up, I started thinking about all of these examples. Like, my husband and I are walking down the street, and we hear really loud rap music coming out of this restaurant, and we're like, oh, and he asked me, like, should we go in? I'm like, well, if anybody in a 1 mile vicinity should be able to go in, it should be me. Yeah. So I ducked in there and I looked both ways, and there were no other black people in there. And it's just the strangest thing. But then again, we're in Denver, and every rap concert I've gone to, I've been one of very few black people, and no one is pausing during those words, during this conversation. So I think that it's almost like a generational thing, which sounds crazy to me because I'm like, maybe I'm from an older generation, but I am 38, and I know a lot of people who are younger who use it as a regular part of their lexicon in open spaces, and it makes me so batty because I've gotten into physical altercations growing up over this word. So many people have had so much pain over this word, and now it's just a part of like what we say, and I don't understand.
And the first thing, if you would have said something, they would have been like, well, you say it, or the song says it. And I understand how you feel, because growing up in New Kent, Virginia, Charlottesville, Virginia, I've had friends that have said it and rapped, and I'd be like, hey, man, what are you doing? But then at the same time, those are also some white friends who said that.
Wow.
Then again, there's also one of those white friends I know, when I was getting jumped by some rednecks, he was the one that jumped in. Not my black friends. He was the one that jumped in and fought some of those rednecks with me. So it's like, not that I would give him not so much a pass, but it's just like, hey, like, don't say I'm not gonna beef with him for saying it.
Right.
But I look at
But it makes you feel weird.
It does make you feel real. But I look at Gina Rodriguez because she may be Spanish, and I get my hair cut in Jersey, New York City, and I'm around Dominican people, Puerto Rican people. And like my mom says all the time, they're one boat stop away from being African American, because we all come from Africa. And so I can see why that culture, the Dominicans in New York, uptown New York, and Puerto Ricans, they say it all the time. Like, you would think that they were from where we're from, and it's like it's almost like you get a pass in New York if you're Dominican or Puerto Rican in a way. It's crazy. I know. It's different.
To me, it's just there's been so many more significant contributions by the African American community into pop culture that I don't know why people are so strong to gravitate towards that. I just don't get it at all.
Agreed. All
right, guys, we're going to move on. Angelina Jolie is speaking out about her split from Brad Pitt. Wasn't it like 10 years ago? And how it affected her acting career. She tells people, it was a tough time. I've been coming off a few years of difficulty, and I was not feeling very strong. In fact, I was feeling pretty broken. It took me a moment to feel the strength of Maleficent again. She also says that she eventually got her strength from her 6 kids. So how do you guys find strength like she found from 10 years ago? She found it in her kids to move on. I'm being a little
I know, I can tell you are. You get so angry about this.
Well, it was 10 years ago. She's not with Brad Pitt anymore.
It was 10 years ago, Jeff. Let's be honest.
Felicity Huffman's in jail.
Who does she have to call?
I was cornered.
Just explain why it makes you mad, so everyone at home understands why this bothers you so much.
Well, I mean, everyone has problems, right? Everyone could relate to a certain problem, but it's like, way to get back on your feet and go make a $20 million movie. You know what I mean? I'd rather hear from the guy who has to clean the desks and pick up chewing gum and go through tragedy and then say, how does he get back to work? I'd rather hear that story.
Honestly, I mean, and I do think that you have a point. I do feel like comeback has always been like my thing, my brand. I do feel like it was easier for me when I was going through, and not to say that like it's easy for people when you're going through super hard times, but I have found that when you have less motivation to like keep a roof over your head, it does become a different type of challenge because now you have things that you could easily just be like, I'm gonna check out, and it wouldn't matter, like nothing's going to collapse, but you still have to find something within yourself in order to keep moving.
Where do you get it from? Like if it was a problem for you, where do you find strength?
For me, I mean, my faith, my mom, my husband, like it just really depends on what the situation is because I want to talk to someone who's not going to just be like, you're great, it'll be fine.
Yeah.
And I know what you're talking about, Jeff, but we got to keep in mind the Angelina Jolies, these celebrities, they commit suicide too. Let's think of Kate Spade. Let's think of Anthony Bourdain. They had remember the Chappelle special?
Of course.
You got everything in the world and you still go off and kill yourself. But I do understand what you're saying. For me, it's my mom. I go straight to my mother. And, you know, she's always been my rock. That's been there. But Sunday, the conversation we had at that Bears game, I don't think you understand like how much that like hit my heart and stuff like that, and like has me, like I told you I've been in a funk recently and all that, but you, like you said, you didn't say, oh yeah, it's all gonna be okay. It's you challenged me. You told me, you know, you basically you challenged me and got me out of, you know, this funk that I've been in. So I thank you, and you never know when that is gonna come from. And you do a good job too, Pepper.
And Brandon, you know, I feel a little special place in my heart because you said Bears game instead of Broncos game. I got a little special place in my heart.
For your birthday. That was your birthday.
That's cheered him up. That's made him smile. Oh, you know, I think it comes in like exactly how Erica said. You know, it comes in different forms depending on what the situation is. You know, my parents have been like actually the most unbelievable people. They've flown over here a few times, always making sure I'm okay. Obviously, we all know like Erica is literally like can do no wrong. She picks all of us up. Let's be honest, she does. You know, it just depends what it is. But you know, I think it's all about kind of working out what's best for you. I found also sometimes the only person that can really make you happy is yourself.
Right. Yeah.
And we look outside so much for other people to validate us and to give us that feeling of being that everything's all right. Like you said, just fill you with words, which only lasts so long. So you've got to work on yourself, and you know, things like working out. I know it sounds so tragic. I've got to do it myself today because I was a bit like, oh, I'm feeling a bit. But I know that if I go work out, it's going to make me feel better, and that's the only thing that's going to like really work sometimes. You know.
I like it. Got deep up here. I like when it gets deep.
Mr. Positivity.
Yeah, what about you?
To me, mine's easy. You know, my faith gets me through. My parents get me through. Obviously, my good friends and my two sons. You know, if I look at any difficult situation now and I don't want to do it or I'm having a bad day, I just vision my sons and I could do anything.
Like a $20 million movie, you can do it after talking to your sons?
I'm going to get back on my feet and hang it out. All right, guys. Suzanne Summers is making a splash on Instagram. Raquel, what's going on?
Well, Brandon's not the only one celebrating his birthday. Suzanne Summers is celebrating her birthday in her birthday suit. She posted this picture on Instagram with the caption, "Here I am at 73. The former Three's Company star is crouching behind some shrubs in Palm Springs. Suzanne's getting lots of birthday love with comments saying that age is just a number, but there were some mixed reactions. Some people told her she's too old to be doing this.
Really sorry.
Thank you, Raquel. Raquel, Stephanie's all giggles over here.
I'm really sorry. I was trying so hard to hold it in.
What are you laughing at?
I don't know. I think it's just the pose. It kind of looks like she's doing something else. And
It does look like she's doing something else.
I'm all for it. Like, good for you. Body positivity. Go take your picture naked in the wildflowers or whatever it is. But, honey, just make sure there's no
It was like she was in Felicity's jail and ran out of toilet paper.
Oh, dear. I'm sorry.
Man. DVL is live and coming up. Which celeb has to wear this insane cast? Stephanie Jones filled us in next on What Up Wednesday. And Britney Spears was a brunette, but she's back to being blonde and says blondes have more fun. Ooh, do you agree? We're asking you in our poll. Go to dblvote.com right now to weigh in. Your comments and final results straight ahead.
Hey guys.
Just take a picture.
Sorry, I can't. There's.
Did you?
Everyone's talking to me at once.
Did you hear that? It's
yes,
important.
I did.
Okay, good.
I did. Sorry, guys. I was just saying, like, I've got no problem with people, like, you know, doing a cool shoot. Like, if she wants to embrace her body, be naked, run free in those wildflowers, but squatting them whilst being naked. I mean, someone should have advised her. Like, I mean, she could have sat on an ant pile.
I'm sure she had final approval over that
I think she may
photo.
have gone there and her husband took the picture and it was all over.
I
That's
feel
sort of what it
like
looked like.
that's one of those photos that I'm out partying and somebody takes a picture and we're on vacation and then I'm like, yep, that one will do. And I put it up and then the next day I was like, what was I thinking?
Yeah.
What was I thinking? But you know, that's cool.
At that age, you should.
You're right, you
You
get a
don't
pass.
care about your
You get a
comments.
pass.
You don't care what people are saying. Like, this is you feeling like this is. She's probably wanted to do this for a long time, and she was like, you know what? On my next birthday, I'm just gonna let it all
And
out.
remember, she was sick. She was
Yeah,
she was
so
very sick. Yeah.
it's like just like Demi Moore wrote the memoir at what 56. You see Caitlyn Jenner had the transformation at that age. Like, you hit a certain age where you just don't care what people think. You want to live your life.
How old is Caitlyn Jenner? 70 something?
70 something.
72?
Well, really?
I don't know about 72.
No.
I thought so.
No,
I don't
think
know.
about 70.
Welcome back to DBL. It's What Up Wednesday, where I fill you in on all the celebrity gossip because this stuff is important to know, let's be honest. So let's head on over to our What Up World map, where our first stop is NYC, where Mr. Neil Patrick Harris is in the hospital. Yeah. Now don't worry, it's just for hand surgery. Get this. Neil says his tendon was sliced by a sea urchin. Rich people problems, I'm telling you. I mean, hopefully he went to urchin care. Yep. Here's what's up. So, MPH is known for his amazing family Halloween costumes. So, what will this year look like now that he's got a crazy cast contraption? So, I've come up with some ideas for you, Neil, babe, if you're watching. Thanos from Avengers, that could be a snap. Or Beyonce's classic Single Ladies music video. Okay, we've got to stop, you know, copyright and all that. But moving on, we're going to LA, where Kate Beckinsale is baffling friends and fans with her scary flexibility. I mean, just look at this. And keep in mind, this lass is 46 years old. It almost looks like she's got a fake leg getting it that high. Here's what's up. Kate Beckinsale's only reason for existing is to remind the rest of us mere mortals just how much we all suck at life. And yet, somehow, men like Pete Davidson get to, date her. Although Pete's now moved on to Andy McDowell's daughter, Margaret Qualley, from Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, who is also a mega babe. So here's what's up. This dude also dated Ariana Grande, so something must be going down. You get me? Next, we're flying first class to Rome with housewife Teresa Giudice, but don't worry, because Bravo are picking up the bill. So rumour has it that they're paying the reality star an additional 6 figures to film her reuniting with a deported husband. She's made it no secret that their marriage is over. She's even admitted to hooking up with other men, but here's what's up. Teresa's not the only one that's been hitting the gym. I mean, take a look at, whoa, Joe. I mean, this is me thinking, will his dad bod transformation be enough for his Jersey girl to be a star of the Real Housewives of Italy? That's amore, or, let's be honest, just a good 6-pack. That's been another edition of this week's What Up Wednesday. And coming up on DBL, the ultimate pop princess is a blondie again. Britney Spears says blondes have more fun, but do you lot agree? So head on over to dblvote.com right now. Cast your vote. The final results and your comments are coming up next.
posted a picture of his feet. But what's that behind him? I Spy Studio, and that has his fans freaking out. Now, he hasn't made a solo album since 2016, so we are very, very long overdue. And picture this lineup: Chris Hemsworth, Robert Downey Jr., and Chris Evans starring in a movie together. And no, I'm not talking about another Avengers sequel. It would be for a Three Amigos remake. Now, the 80s version starred Steve Martin, Chevy Chase, and Martin Short. This cast would be just as iconic. Chris Hemsworth is hoping to make it happen soon, and I speak for all of us when I say we hope you do too. Now, did you watch Stranger Things? If the answer is no, then you're in the minority. Netflix reports 64 million households watched season 3 within the first month. Now, the series set an all-time record, beating out The Umbrella Academy. So, DBL Nation, what's your go-to streaming series? I definitely need some recommendations, and I'll admit, I haven't seen season 3 of Stranger Things yet. So, that's it for headlines today. See you next time. Now, here are some entertainment headlines you might have missed. Looks like we might get
Welcome back to DBL. We have huge hair news. You guys ready? Britney Spears is blonde once again. That's right. That's right. Gasp if you want. She posted this video with the caption, "So maybe blondes do have more fun." Is she right? Before we get to your comments, go to dblvote.com and weigh in. Let's get right to your comments because they're on fire, Steph.
All right, well, Amy's written in, and she says, blondes and brunettes have equal amounts of fun. I've never understood why guys tend to like blondes better. Well, let me tell you, Amy, I have indeed been both for those two hair varieties. And I prefer blonde, and they do have more fun, but I don't think guys like blondes more. I don't think that's true.
All right. I'm just going to go on record, although nobody asked me. I think you look better with darker hair.
Erica always says that.
Honestly, you have more of a look. You look more complex and interesting, and that's not about being blonde. It's about your look, because your eyes like pop more. You look less. You have a look.
You always say you listen to Erica's advice. Listen
I do.
She told me to grow my hair out. I'm doing it, so do it. Because Erica said so.
Will you tell him to read another comment?
Another comment, sorry.
Now I'm doing it because Erica said so. Rory says blondes don't have more fun. This is the biggest lie we are told at hair salons. Oh, so there's a little money involved on that too. Does it cost more money to dye your hair and all that?
I don't know actually. It's a lot of upkeep on both, because I've now got to dye my hair darker every time my roots come through, whereas when I was blonde I didn't have to do that. So depends. Swings and roundabouts, people.
Brandon, you think you could rock like the old Odell Beckham look?
Remember 8th grade I had blonde hair like
that's
Cisco.
right.
So I didn't have that much fun that summer, so that's a lie.
Huh. Dana says, blondes are in good company. Forget the old blonde stereotypes. Amy Schumer, Jennifer Lawrence, Miley Cyrus, Kristen Wiig, Taylor Swift. It's about time the world realized we're as witty and intelligent as we are fun and dorky. Dana is, India Ari says, we are not our hair. That being said, my hair is a big part of my life.
Yeah, I was going to say.
I don't understand the hair color. I really do think people make a mistake of thinking that this is something that other people want. But really what you should be doing color-wise is look at the tone of your skin, because that is going to be what really makes you stand out.
Here we go. Erica Cobb has spoken. Let's see the final online results. Where are we at? Do blondes have more fun? 55%.
Only just
say
more, though.
Yes. All right, we're about to split.
Should I go back to the Odell?
I like it.
No,
I like it.
No, I can't do it.
Maybe we'll get a picture at the break and show them. We'll be right
This
back.
would be a good color for you.
Promotional consideration is brought to you by. This is Hey guys, welcome back to Beauty Blast. I'm Jeray Banks, and today we're talking about a little coverage on the skin. Yes, you guys, I'm talking about my favorite product on my face, a tinted moisturizer. Now, I wanted to test out something new. First Aid Beauty recently sent me a tinted moisturizer that has a 12-hour wear on it. At least that's what they claim. So they sent me on one over, thanks First Aid Beauty, and I want to try it and see if it's actually going to wear up to 12 hours because, you know, I have a busy day here, and if it actually looks good. So while we're here, let's go ahead and try it out. I got my shade here in Rich. It's very fitting. And I have their concealer as well to try. Now, the concealer has a full coverage claim on it too. This guy is called their Hello Fab Bendy Avocado Concealer. So I'm looking forward to see if these are going to stand up to my test. Let's dive right into it. Now, quick pause. If you wanted to build up the coverage a little bit more, you can use something like a dome-shaped brush or even maybe like a beauty blender. This one needs to go though. All right, keep it moving. So, this is looking pretty dang good so far. I'm loving the feel of it. Now I used my hands because I wanted a really lightweight and skin-like finish. And so far, it's definitely delivering that. Now, I'm gonna take a little bit of a blending brush here. This is my Sephora brush. It's a tapered brush, and I'm gonna just use that to blend everything together. Notice this doesn't have any product on it. I just wanna use it to blend out any streaks or powders that might be sitting, or any streaks or lines that might be sitting on my face from blending with my fingertips. But so far, she looks real cute, guys. Now, to really take this up to the next level, I'm gonna try out the concealer, the Bendy Avocado Concealer, and see if it's really full coverage, because these bags gotta go. Oh, you can see a big difference too already. This guy has a really nice hydrating feel to it. It kind of feels like if you would have a concealer and an eye cream put together. Not like a tinted eye cream, but an actual concealer. So it's still nice and hydrating, and it just feels good on my skin overall. Ooh, she looks fierce. Okay, I see myself. You looking cute, Jeray. Go ahead, come through. So real quick, I'm just gonna finish this off just to make sure that I look nice and presentable. Give me just a sec, guys. Now that's some hard work. Now let me tell you guys, I love the way this feels already. Now the First Aid Beauty Tinted Moisturizer, like it said, it has a 12-hour wear, and I've worn it a couple days already and it feels amazing. It definitely lasts through the day, and you have a beautiful natural skin finish all day long. So if you're a lightweight wearer, or if you like lightweight makeup, definitely try out the First Aid Beauty Tinted Moisturizer and Full Coverage Concealer, because it's definitely made the slay list. Now, for more Beauty Blasts, make sure you guys are checking out everything on Daily Blast Live, or follow me at Jeray for the Slay on YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, all those things. We'll see you guys next time.
Welcome back to DBL. Like we told you at the beginning of the show, it's B. London's birthday right there. 35 years young, buddy.
35, man. It felt good. When I woke up this morning, I'm sitting there laying in bed, and my eyes popped open. I was like, it's time. Life just got real, man.
Do you have any?
Just got real. I feel like it's time for me to take that step in life. You know, there's a lot of things I've been real hesitant on in terms of like my brand, me as a person. And now it's like, all right, now's that time, because you really don't know. You know, you don't have as much time as you know it. Next thing you know, you'd be 55 like Jeff.
Wow, why you gotta turn around on me? I was celebrating your birthday.
He also took a shot at you on Monday as well.
Oh yeah, you weren't here.
Again?
I was just saying that he's consistent. You're consistent.
All right, I'm gonna tell Michelle Obama you lied to her.
He made a comment about how, like, when he gets old like Jeff.
Wow. Well, maybe Brandon will settle down this year. That'll never happen. Take a look at B. London when he was blind before we go. We'll see you guys tomorrow, same time, same place. Happy birthday, buddy.
Cheekbones.